That shit weak. Yeah. Yo. Turn me up, shorty. Welcome to Let 'Em Fly. I'ma let 'em fly. It's H, listen bitch, yo, and yo, we back like a resurrection. Mature but acting like a fool that never had a lesson. Cause yo, we still committing sins and praying for a Friday to let the weekend begin. I get it in, fuck with models and stylists. Tried them R&B singers, but them hoes is a problem. Hella childish, I had a thick one, I need a slim thing. I told her kick dogs, cause we wasn't in sync. Long story short, I had to let 'em fly. Welcome to Let 'Em Fly. You get it? Yo, spread you. Yo, it's Henry Castro, the motherfucking Quiet Storm, checking in on this very beautiful evening. We back with another stream today. The first one was a motherfucking dud. I didn't have my audio shit set up right, but we back like a resurrection, my nigga. We gonna get into the Southern State beat mix / vocal mix, whatever, breakdown. Hopefully the fucking shit doesn't fuck up like it did last time. But yeah, we gonna get into this. We got this session right here. Bear produced this. He sent me all the stems. Motherfucking. Was there any announcements I needed to make? Oh yeah, if you're watching this, we're gonna try to get the Quiet Storm After Dark shit popping every Friday. So send me all the videos you want me to do reactions to, funny shit, if you want my opinions, whatever. It's pretty much uncensored, but we bringing it to YouTube now. Finally, I think we had 13 seasons on my close friends and shit, but we gonna get into that. I'm gonna try to do that every Friday if people are, active. Other than that, I'm gonna try to get a music stream in every Sunday. Yeah, so we about to just start with this motherfucking, what's this shit called? Southern State. We gonna break this shit down. Let me see if the audio is going to be good, if it's gonna play though. See if the audio is picking up. Give me 1 second. All right, we should be good. That shit was fucked up last time. Turn me up. Yeah, I'm gonna play a little bit of this. Kings Park, I'm on the Southern State. Riding with my brothers, ain't no other way. Said I was in roll with my niggas. I bet skip to the good part. Ride with me. Rock, do your thing, make your shoulder lean. I got my eyes closed. You got that thing that's so divine, yo. Now bounce with me. Rock, do your thing, make your shoulder lean. I got my eyes closed. You got that thing that's so divine, yo. Just tell me. So we're gonna start from where we always start from, even though I've only done 2 of these. We're gonna start with the drums. The drums are very simple though. I think he made this shit on his MPC. He sent me this over. I think I recorded this shit in like 15-20 minutes. To be honest, this verse I wrote maybe back in 2017. I was talking about being in school and shit. I was contemplating dropping out of school and everything, so that's where that line is like, said I was in class, that's another place, lying out my ass to my mother's face. And I had that verse over this beat that I was making back then, but I could never get it to sound right on anything. So this one, it just flowed out of me. I got this done in like 5 minutes. Then the hook, when it comes to like singing and shit or harmonizing and I guess essentially trying to make, let me give it, essentially trying to make like a good song. I usually just if the beat makes me sing, then I sing. Feel me? I don't like go out my way to like, oh, let me sing on this song. If you make a beat that makes me feel like singing, you made a good beat. You made a good beat. Cause I can't really sing that well, but certain shit you just want to harmonize. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he sent me this. It was one of these files up here, but he sent me that. I was like, yeah, let me get on this real fast. I laid a hook. He did some layers too. But these drums are very simple. He just fucking yeah, MPC shit, man. It's the MPC effect. So we're gonna start with the kick, right? I'm gonna take all the plugins off so you can hear the before and after. I didn't really have to do much to this beat because he kind of had a pretty decent pre-mix. I just had to fuck with the levels and add some flavor, I guess you can say, with most of the beat. So with this is the kick. Get back to this real shit. And what I did here, very simple. I cut out the really. Put this down. I cut out the really subby, the real subby frequencies. 30. I could have went higher just so it could seep through, so it's not clashing with the low end. This Arvox on your drums keeps that shit tight. Pause. Without. With. Without. You can't hear too much of a difference, but I feel it. I don't know about y'all. I feel the difference. And then what I did is I just clipped this just so it didn't go past a certain level. Pretty sure this was -7. Yeah. Damn, why my shit overloading so fast? My shit overloading, we ain't even get into it. But yeah. We have we'll make sure this shit didn't fuck nothing up. So as you can hear, there's a kick, there's a snare in that drum loop. I don't know how he managed to do that, but it sounded fine. So then the hats is simple. I didn't even put anything on I didn't even put anything on this on the hat. The snare was simple too. All I did was cut out some really low. Why is my shit overloading, bro? I cut out some really low. I compressed that also just to make it like tighter. Pause. This shit is actually ridiculous. Whatever. I don't want to run that out. And then we have I'm gonna remove this. I didn't even have that on there when I was doing it. And this low end, this could take up some processing. I just stereoized that. And then yeah, the hats, simple ass fucking loop. I could really just do this. Doom 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 doom. Very simple drums. Very simple fucking drums. So then the rest, what do we have? What do we have on here? We have this pad. I'll play it by itself. I didn't do much to this. Literally, I just EQ'd some of the really lows out. Let everything else get through. And then what I did was, obviously I added some reverb. But what I did was I squeezed this in the stereo field just so it's not too wide and it has a lot more impact because this is like the main It's like the main shit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that was easy to do. And then this is another layer. This had a lot more low into it. Literally just cut it out. And I brought in the stereo field for this one a little bit more too, just so it has more impact. Really simple. Then what do we have here? We have this the piano. I don't even know if you can hear this in the, like, you can't even really hear it, but it's there. It's just adding, just making it more full. Same shit. High pass. And I brought the stereo field in, so it's not too, you can hear the difference. So it gives us its own little area. I'm real particular about shit like that. Like, everything gotta have its own spot. You know what I'm saying? Then we have this. This is going ear to ear. He sent me it like this. All I did was take out the lows because it's gonna be going ear to ear. We don't like a lot of low information in the stereo field. All together you have this. Then together you have this. Yeah, I seen that shit creeping up. And so on and so forth. This shit, I don't know why this shit is using so much CPU. Like, this shit is actually, I'm gonna have to figure that out. Like, I can't even play the mother freaking, let me take off all these plugins. Like, what the freak? And we're gonna go into like all the other little stuff going on here. We got these strings, we got a synth pad. Yeah, when it comes to the way that I order these things, I usually put the bass at the bottom because I understand it as letting the it's like bringing everything together. So I'll start with the drums and I have the instruments in between, and then after that I finish it off with the bass. So that's like the idea of why everything is in the order that it's in. I don't know why this shit is so laggy right now. This shit is blowing my, this shit is blowing my, word is bond. All right, so we're gonna get into these strings right here. Let me cut this off. This is also very simple. I just EQ it. And what I did with the stereo field here is I brought it together because when you have things panned, right? When you have things panned, it still has its own field. So like you might turn it to the right or the left and it'll be like this. But when you put the direction mixer on, instead of it being to the right and like this, it'll be like to the right, but it's like in this spot right here, like this part of my ear or this part of my ear. So I'll play them without it. It's a lot more direct on where it's at in the stereo field versus just like being this way but having all of this space taken up or all this space taken up. That's just something I do. I don't know if that's that might fuck around be a pro tip. I never heard anybody specifically say that, but that's just how my brain was working when or how my brain works when I'm doing shit like that. Then we have this little I don't know, it's like it's like a right? I'm pretty sure that's what this is. Yeah. Simple. This little section right here, me and Bear worked on together because we felt like something was missing. So we have got the strings busting out the frame. Then we got these plucks. These are more just like to keep the rhythm. Like, okay. And together sounds like this. But you can hear the you could hear it going back and forth, and like it's like ear candy. Me and Bear like to play with the stereo field a lot, just so like it's kind of interesting if you have your headphones in. You got to make sure you do that shit right though, because you could easily get phasing issues. You know. So who the fuck is texting me? Y'all niggas know I'm live. Make sure you really pay attention though when you start panning shit. Give it its own little area. When you have like the stereo pans, I don't know if I have them on any of these, but you have like binaural panning, then you have stereo panning. You can give it its own area. Like I could make it be directly down the middle. I could make it be down the middle with a little bit. I could make it really wide. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how I had it, but you know, give everything its own area when you're fucking with the stereo field. Just give it its own area. I like to be able to depict things. And then I said this in the last one, but when I do my mixes, I like for the vocal to be like right in your face, like it's just right in your face, and then everything else is around it. You know what I'm saying? And we'll go through the vocals also too. But yeah, man, that the stereo field is an interesting place. I've been there a lot. I've been in the stereo field plenty of times. Then we have this like synth kind of thing. Or it's more like a harp, and it sounds better in context. Let me play it in context. And a lot of these, like I said, I didn't have to do much. These instruments sounded good off rip, so I really just did leveling more than anything. And then this you can more feel than hear. There's a high end on this instrument that like you can't like the main frequencies blend in with the rest of the song, but the high frequencies stick out on this. You can feel it. But like in the midst of all this, you can't really tell. I must have turned that up. I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret. I kind of I'm always mixing, so I have a tendency to think that I could do a better mix even after I drop it. So I definitely touched this mix after I dropped it, but it was so good I didn't do too much. And I had to transfer these files from the other computer on here, so I don't know if these are the exact same levels specifically. Like I don't remember this instrument being that loud. Is essentially what I'm saying. Like you should just be able to feel that more than hear it. Let me bring it a little bit closer. And this is like the size of the room you're in. Like I use this for creating a room. I don't know how to use it. I'm not a pro with it, but I experimented with it a few times, and this is kind of what I came up with. Let me open it back up. So this is like the width, the stereo field, because like these instruments have their own reverb to them and things like that. So like I said, I could have it to the left. This is a better way to describe it with the direction mixer. I could have it to the right and have it like have its own. It could pretty much take up this much space in your headphones, or you could have it to the right and it only takes up this little area of your headphones. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I do with the stereo field. I'm a real big stereo geek, I guess you can say. I guess you can say. But then like this is like how big the room is. So like the smaller the room, the closer that the sound is gonna be. Like if I push it far enough, let me solo this. If I push it far enough back, it's almost like it's not even, like the closer you get, the more upfront it is. There's a trick that Jason Joshua uses for like uh early reflections and stuff. This essentially does the same thing. I don't even think I need to use that shit anymore now that I'm thinking about it. But it does have reverb to it on that plugin to where it kind of even gives it more of a space. But essentially that's what this is. It's you're literally just playing with the size of the room, how far back the sound is versus how far forward the sound is. Now that might be something because they use Pro Tools, I'm pretty sure. But if you in Logic, you don't really need True Verb. Now that I'm really thinking about it, you can just use that and push it forward or backwards as far as where it's supposed to be in the room. So this is all the instruments together. And then it goes into the hook. Now what we have here is the actually let me play that with the drums because I didn't even get into the bass yet, but here's that with the drums. And then the beat opens back up for the hook. You know, I didn't want to have too much going on. And then I think during this hook, there's, what's this string right here? Oh yeah. And I have this panning back and forth every bar. Did some pretty decent EQ on certain frequencies because they was definitely sticking out. I hope this sound is good. I'm not yeah, like I said, this is my second stream and I kind of just did this setup before I didn't use the mic or anything. So I hope this shit sounds good. I'm not gonna see until I'm done though, because I'm in a groove. But matter of fact, okay, yeah. All right, we're good on the audio. Cause my meters was showing me it in the last one, but it wasn't picking up. That shit was crazy. Let it go back and forth. So like this is a good example I could show you now that we're doing this. I could just play this with it. Really close. Really far away. I don't even know where I had it. I don't know where I had it, but let me see. Let me see where I had it. Probably had it at like 7 though, because this was a little, or 5. This was definitely oh, that's not even the same fucking instrument. 5, and I think this was at like 2. It don't matter. The song's already out. Let's just put it at 3 to be safe. But yeah, that's how you can definitely play with the stereo field with those. Cause some of this shit you can't really hear it in the midst of it all, but you can feel it. That's what that's what layering is about. You might not be able to depict every sound, but you can definitely feel it. And then with this, this is part of the sweep that you can hear the synth. Like that high end is really, the high end on this sound right here cuts through the mix. Now bounce with me. It cuts through the mix, and I didn't mean to play the bass, but it cuts through that mix. Since we're at it though, because this is just wait, what is this? This is some new shit. Oh nah, this is duplicates of those. I'm probably just gonna have to mute those. We may or may not get that far in the song anyways. But so with the bass, I think I split it up between high end and low end. This the low end. Let me take all these shits off. So what I did here was I used some tape. Just kind of give it a little bit of its own tone. But this knob is like a distortion kind of thing. If I really want to crunch it. Now the levels weren't high enough to where you could hear a difference. Well, nah, you can hear a difference. This is really kind of how you get the saturation. Once this line starts going past 0, you really start to get some color, I guess. I don't know how you would call it. Then when you play with the bias and the fucking speeds, if it's over, it has more high ends, but I'm focused on the sub. So, but there are some high mid frequencies that they kind of resonate, so I kept the speed pretty quick. Because it'd be more dull if I have it at the slower speed. These are gems. Like this video if you're watching right now. These are some crazy fucking gems. Then I threw this in. This. You could damn near use this like Yeezus. You feel me? Like if you push it all the way, you could damn near do that shit like it's Yeezus. But with everything I do, I try not to do a lot, you know. When I touch instruments and things like this, the key is having a good sound selection. So I make sure I pick the right instruments. This way I don't gotta do too much. And it's about the levels more than anything. Niggas be trying to EQ their life out of shit. But if you got the levels right, you don't even gotta EQ as much. Cut some of this low mids out, creating space for the rest of the instruments, and most importantly my voice, because my voice is very heavy in this area, in between 200 and 600. So a lot of the pads are also in this 300 to like 3K range, so you just got to carve out some space for it. So that's the low end of the low end. Then on this one, and also I limited it, I didn't let it go past a certain you bring it together, so it's kind of like pushing it as far as it can go without distorting. You know, you get a little bit of gain reduction, but you also just have that leveled out. Now with this air part, air means, like, to me, air means up higher. Let me go back to my real shit. So with the air, you could really get a lot out of it with this tape. This is what it sounds like normal. Then the more you bring it in, just gives it like a little bit of crunch. Let's play without it. Nothing too crazy. And then we cut out the super lows. And all together you have this. Let me mute myself.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yo.
I be telling myself to turn myself up. So, but yeah, that's how that sounds. Let me get a part where everything's in it. Feel me? Bear call this shit. Call it a head knocker. Bear call that shit a head knocker. He went stupid on this. Word is bond. Oh, I didn't even have these in. Feel me? So now that the beat is done, now that the beat mix is broken down, we could get into that real shit. Feel me? I'm gonna play the vocals without any plugins on him. Play the vocals with no plugins. The key to vocals though, before anything, make sure you get a good recording. If you got a good recording, it's mad easy to mix. And it sounds tacky, but some nigga hit me up the other day and was like, yo, you got any tips for mixing vocals? And I'm like, get a good recording. One, I just genuinely just didn't feel like explaining it because I could go on about it for fucking days. But if you got a good recording, that's the pillars, that's the main pillar of it all. Like, it's the foundation. Get a good recording. This,
Yeah, listen, bitch, yeah, yo, Kings Park, I'm off the 7th.
I can already tell I recorded it on this mic. I already could tell I was using this mic because the TLM I have, it has a different, it picks up like a different frequency pattern or whatever. Like I could tell if I listen to my vocals with or without the plugins, I can tell which mic I used. This was definitely recorded on this. I usually record demos on this, but I got a good recording, so I was like, fuck it. But I usually use this for demos because I could just walk around and like really think or do whatever. The other one I use when I'm ready to really, really sit down and record. That's the TLM, the 102, I think. That's Norman. But this one, the Shure, trusty.
Yeah, listen, bitch, yeah, yo.
So I'm going to go through this motherfucking chain like a bitch. So as you can see, I got a pretty green level.
Kings Park, I'm off the 7th state. Riding with my brothers, ain't
I'm all about green levels. If you pay attention to my mixing shit, you only see the faders move when I automate. Okay? You only see my faders move when I automate. I like to keep everything at 0. I just turn it down. I do the clip gain. Either I clip gain or whatever the plugin is or the sound is. Like if I had none of these plugins got like output knobs, but I'd rather turn the volume down in the plugin than I do on the mixer. Because if I do it on the mixer, everything's just at 0. I don't know. I like my levels coming in green. You know what I'm saying? That's just how particular I am about stuff. But we're gonna start with this de-esser. I think Leslie did this. I think it's Leslie Brainwave. I forgot. I don't watch a lot of tutorials these days, but I seen him on the Help Me Devon shit. And he said, yo, this, I think I seen a clip on Instagram and it's like, yo, this frequency right here, the 4237, I'm just weird like that. I do 7s and shit.
Kings Park, I'm off the 7th
But-
state. Riding with my brothers, ain't no other way. Said I was in class, that's another place. Lying on my ass to my mother's.
It's just like a starter for, let me get back to where I need to get, sorry. It's just like a starter for the vocals. I do multiple de-essing. I have a de-esser here and I end it off with de-essing and I do some shit with the EQ, but
Kings Park, I'm off the 7th state.
if you can tame the
Riding with my
peaks
brothers, ain't no
of an S going into your preamp or your compressor rather, I use this as like a preamp thing. I didn't record this monitoring with anything on it, but like we're here and I have the Manley Vox box that shit has a de-esser on the preamp, but I didn't use it this time around. I've been falling in love with the Avalon. This has got that I don't know, but as you can see, you got your preamp here. You could switch between mic and line. This has like the mic has like a hotter symbol. It's more
well the way. Said I was in class, that's another place. Lying on my ass to my
I
mother.
feel like it might just be louder, but it does have its own tone to it. Like if I put the mic on, if I flip to the mic on this on this plugin, you could really hear the difference. Like it kind of sounds distorted. It's not just like, it has its own sound essentially. But you have the preamp, you got a high pass filter, you got a compressor right here. attack and release, threshold, ratio. Then you got your 4-band EQ and an output. This is like the perfect preamp for vocals. Like, if you want your vocals mixed, this is the preamp. I know why motherfuckers be using this, right? Because all these other, you could, if you're not recording it through the interface, you can virtually use anything as a preamp. You can have it emulate a preamp. Like, I could have recorded into this and then did this second. But I tried to get that studio vibe, you know, through the preamp first, then you get into the board. You know what I'm saying?
My mother's face, yo, carpool, we in the left.
But we have multiple stages of compression. I probably do more compression than most people, but it's to keep the vocal really tight, but you don't do mad compression. It's like little bits of compression each step, so it doesn't lose its life, because it could lose its life
Listen, bitch,
very fast.
Yeah, yo.
Then there's some harsh frequencies I know off the top just from EQing my voice for like 8+ years, 10 years. So I just can remove these automatically. Medium fast attack just to catch it, slow release to keep it smooth. We got a high pass at like 120.
Kings Park, I'm off the southern state.
This is with
riding with my brothers, ain't no other way. Said I was in class, that's another place.
Without
lying on my ass to my mother's face.
Already is more upfront. I didn't mean to open that. Already is more upfront. So that's just a starter. Like, let's just play with the instruments, not with the
Yo, carpool, we in the left lane. I be doing me, you niggas stress fame. Shorty give it to me in the best way. Souls with his bitch, now he got chest pains. This shit is nothing to me. I got 1, 2, 3 hoes fucking with me. I told them put they.
It's not a night and day difference, but you can hear the difference for sure. Then we have this SSL. I used to use the Wave shit. I got a bunch of SSL plugins. I got the original UAD. I got the Spark one, the EV. The EV is pretty much this one, but I switched over from the Waves because this has auto gain on it, and I like this attack and release settings. I like the attack and release settings on this. Also, this flavor, you can hear more of a difference of the flavor switch on this than the Wave shit. And yes, it's definitely a difference. Matter of fact, let me play you the difference.
It's H. Yeah, listen, bitch. Yeah, yo, Kings Park, I'm off the southern state. Riding with my brothers, ain't no other way. Said I was in class, that's another place. Lying on my ass to.
It's like they say that the brown is more musical. The brown is a more musical cut. The black is more surgical, you know, and you can really hear it.
Face. Yo, carpool, we in the left lane. I be doing me, you niggas stress fame.
Like the high pass on the black is like, the Q is like, you could tell like the brown is more like flowy, I guess you could say, for lack of better terms. But this is really the reason why I use it. This threshold has an auto gain to it.
Said I was in class, that's another place. Lying on my ass to my mother's face. Yo, carpool, we
like whatever's being compressed, it compensates the level.
We in the left lane.
And you could start to hear the compression while I move this knob up.
I be doing me, you niggas stress fame. Shorty give it to me in the best way. Souls with his bitch, now he got chest
like you could
pain.
tell it's being compressed. Now when you put on a fast attack, you really could hear it.
Pains. This shit is nothing to me. I got 1, 2, 3 hoes fucking with me. I told them put they heads down like it's nothing to see. And hands down, bitch, I'm who you niggas frontin' to be. Her mind is open.
But I like to get it to where
Her body
it's a
is
consistent
open. Everybody that's with me
light
is
up,
trying to get open.
but not like,
who you think you fooling with them stressed eyes? Rolling my niggas.
not like lighting up the whole time. And I try not to get more than 3. You know what I'm saying? Small
Riding with my brothers, ain't no
stages
other way.
of compression.
Said I was in class, that's another.
And being that I mix so much, I know my levels, so I know when, all right, this is a perfect amount of compression. With the meters, I'm like, if this is hitting a certain point at the meter, this isn't a good spot. It's simple. Then we got the RVox. This, guys, this RVox might be this might be the best waves compressor for vocals. It has its own attack and release, own ratio. You're just adjusting the threshold essentially. And this was the original shit. I remember having this one. It's so simple and it's so fast, and you get straight to the point. This and a CLA 76 for waves, it's fast. You can just click it and you go up level or down level. Fuck with the attack and release. This might be the best one, but when you throw this on,
lying on my ass to my mother's
it
face.
literally just
yo, carpool, we in the
does
left
this.
lane. I be doing me.
I don't know how to explain it. And then we got this Pro Q, right? This is like the final tone shaper, I guess you could say, of the EQ. We rolled off some highs. We got real gritty in here, but then we also made sure we gain stage.
You niggas stress fame. Shorty give it to me in the best way. Sores with his bitch, now he got chest pains. This shit is nothing to me. I got 1, 2, 3 hoes fucking with me. I told them put their heads down like it's nothing to see. And hands down, bitch, I'm who you niggas frontin' to be. Her mind is open, her body is open. Everybody that's with me is trying to get open. Who you think you fooling with them stressed eyes? Rolling my niggas, I bet you get the best vibe.
So the fact that it's cleaned up, it can cut through the mix better. It's not a lot of low end like. Actually, let me solo this.
Said I was in class, that's another place.
All of that.
We in the left.
This is a real,
give it to me in the best ways.
like, you could see the frequency
This shit is nothing
prominent right here. So we gotta roll off there.
I told them put their heads
This
down like it's nothing to see. And hands down, bitch, I'm who you niggas frontin' to be. Her mind is open, her body is open.
Sometimes you can get too thin if you take too much out of this range, but I got a heavy, it's heavy there for me. You know, in that range, my voice is really heavy there. So, always take around, at least a significant amount off of that shit. And then one more compression to bring it home.
Listen, bitch, yeah, yo, Kings Park, I'm off the southern state. Riding with my brothers, ain't no other way. Said I was in class, that's another place. Lying on my ass to my mother's face.
The key is get it to sound good with the drums and the bass, and then you bring in the instruments and level the instruments based off the voice. Like, before I do anything, I do the drums and the vocal.
Listen, bitch,
I think
yo, Kings Park,
might have got that from Ali. Like, I used to do that, but he specifically like said vocals and drums first. Bring all the instruments in after the fact, because especially if it's rap, the voice is the main instrument. Like,
lying on my ass to my mother's face. Yo, carpool, we in the left lane. I be doing me, you niggas stress fame.
So if you pay attention to all the compression that I did, though, they're all no more than like 3 decibels of reduction. So it still sounds natural.
Yo, carpool, we in the left lane. I be doing me, you niggas stress fame. Shorty give it to me in the best way.
Oh, my nigga Baron here.
He got chest pains. This shit is nothing to me. I got 1, 2, 3 hoes.
You feel what I'm saying? And then I rubbed off a little bit more to low end.
Fucking with me. I told them put their heads down like it's nothing to see.
And made it a little bit more bright.
And hands down, bitch, I'm who you niggas frontin' to be. Her mind is open, her body is open. Everybody that's with me is trying to get open. Who you think you fooling with them stressed eyes? Roll with my niggas, I bet you get the best vibe.
You feel me? And then I usually leave this at 0, but I guess the levels was up, so matched it with that. Then we have this. This slot usually for me could be anything, but this is a tone thing, right? There's no compression on this. By the time I get here, I'm done with compression. Now it's just leveling and tone. So this is a tone box.
Wow.
Let me see if you could really hear the difference. I think this is just a mental thing for me now, but every compressor has its own tone with UAD. And there's a black one with this, and there's a white one with this, just like with the waves and everything, or any CLA emulation. So you have
Kings Park, I'm off the southern state. Riding with my brothers, ain't no other way. Said I was in class, this another place. Lying on my ass to my mother's face. Yo, carpool, we in the left lane. I be doing me, you niggas stress face.
I don't know. It makes it feel more. It gives it more body. I don't know. That's just what I hear when I fuck with this. Maybe it is a volume thing. Whatever it does, I have this on all my shits. This specific slot right here, it could be a saturation. It could be a tape machine. It could be anything dynamic wise. Like I could have put anything there as long as it didn't necessarily change the actual level. It's just the tone box. It's the tone box slot. Then we excited.
Yo, carpool, we in the left lane. I be doing me, you niggas stress fame. Shorty give it to me in the best way. Saws with his bitch, now he got chest pain.
So then obviously we added some highs and we added some more highs with the exciter. So we DS it.
Pains.
This is a different range now.
This shit is nothing to me. I got 1, 2, 3 hoes fucking with me. I told them put they heads down like it's nothing to see.
And this is like, I usually use this one in between 8K and 10K. This is what it's taken away. Simple shit. Then this one is another tone box, but this brings up the level a little bit.
I be doing me, you niggas stress fame. Shorty give it to me in the best way. Saws with his bitch, now he got chest pains. This shit is nothing to me. I got 1, 2.
But you can hear my vocals, man. I had to work so hard on my vocals due to the range. Listen to me. My vocal tone and my vocal range, same thing with Bear. It's so hard to mix because it's low, but then there's high, and then there's a bunch of mids. But you also want it to stack your compressor, kids. Facts. You also want to it's hard, bro. Like me and Bear, our voices are it's not easy. Like when I mix a vocal from Zay or Amari, it's so easy. I damn near don't even gotta EQ they vocals. Especially, but with Amari, sometimes he's really close to the mic, so and you can hear it in the recording, so you do gotta EQ it. But like Zay, that nigga, he records perfectly. I don't know, his voice fits right in the middle of the beat. You know what I'm saying? Like when me and this nigga Bear make shit, right? We gotta worry about this range of the beat where like in the 200 it got a lot of shit going on, right? But at the same time, the main point of our vocals is right here. Their shit is a lot in here and then the high end and shit. So that's how I was able to get my voice so crisp and clean, because I've done real hard mixes on especially Zay. Yeah, them shits is perfect. You feel me? Like Zay's voice is literally perfect for mixing. Like, yeah. Yeah.
Rhyme with my brothers, ain't no other way.
But niggas like me and Bear, we had to dead ass figure our shit out. Like if I play his, even he was closer to the mic, and I could tell what mic he used just off the pattern of the pickup. Like I have the mic he has, and then I also have this, so I could hear the difference. Like I record demos with this. So look.
Stressing cause I only see green like Splinter. Rats. I told you I'll be here in 10 minutes. By the time we get there, the event's gonna finish.
Now I could essentially use the same vocal chain on my voice and his voice, but he usually has a different recording environment, and in this case it's a different mic, so it's gonna pick up different shit. But you know, after I do my tone boxing and my leveling, Bear, take notes, fuck nigga. I do another DS. So this is what's being taken out. What I have soloed is what's being taken out. So it's really tight.
Pains. This shit is nothing to me. I got 1, 2, 3 hoes fucking with me.
But to really take it to that next level, you throw in your parallel to give it that body. Body, bitch. Know what I mean?
Lying on my ass to my mother's face.
With?
Yo, carpool, we in the left lane. I be doing me, you niggas stress fame. Shorty give it to me in the best way. Saws with his bitch, now he got chest.
Now, like with the 76, this is the best leveler. Like I put this on all my ad libs. It's easy.
This shit is nothing to me. I got 1, 2, 3 hoes fucking with me. I told them put they heads down like it's nothing.
Oh, it's too
to
high?
And hands down, bitch.
Oh, it's too low?
Niggas fronting the beat.
You know what I'm saying?
Her mind is open. Her body
It's mad
is open.
easy. I might need that. Yeah, bro, that shit will clean up the shit your de-esser won't clean up. Like if your de-esser misses that shit, you have your sibilants to clean that shit up. Facts. Fucking facts. But yeah, that's my voice. And then what I did with my reverb, let me take the delay off. Okay, yeah. With the reverb, I usually have a short, a medium, and a long reverb. This one I only did like a longer reverb.
Said I was in class, that's another place.
With the
lying on my ass to my mother's face. Yo, carpool, we in the left lane. I be doing me, you niggas stress.
And if you do it right and your room is like you got like a really roomy sound, you can save your voice with your reverb if you do your reverb right.
Fame. Shorty give it to me in the best way.
So that one's a little bit longer. It's really a medium, but that's longer than this one, if I could remember correctly. I used the stock plugin and then the Waves reverb. I've just been getting into Valhalla, but I didn't use Valhalla on this. I didn't have Valhalla yet.
Listen, bitch, yeah, yo, Kings Park, I'm off the Southern State. Hey, riding with my brothers, ain't no other way.
I don't know this shit. Okay, so yeah, this one is the longer one. You can see the time. I have that time in half on here, 6:06:12. I have that time in half. But then once you add the delay, it's like another version of Room. Like
Kings Park, I'm off the Southern State. Riding with my brothers, ain't no other way. Said I was in class, that's another place.
It's like having reverb, literally without having reverb. I use stock all together.
Lying on my ass to my mother's face. Yo, carpool, we in the left lane. I be doing me, you niggas stress fame. Shorty give it to me in the best way. Souls with his bitch, now he got chest pains. This shit is nothing to me. I got 1, 2, 3 hoes fucking with me. I told them put their heads down like it's nothing to see. And hands down, bitch, I'm who you niggas frontin' to be. Her mind is open, her body is.
Feel me? This shit. By this point, you start feeling good. I ain't even throw nothing on the mix bus. It would sound better if I had my presets, but it already sound good.
Listen, bitch, yeah, yo, Kings Park, I'm off the Southern State. Riding with my brothers, ain't no other way.
Close the blinds.
Said I was in class, that's another place. Lying on my ass to my mother's face. Yo, carpool, we in the left lane. I be doing me, you niggas stress fame. Shorty give it to me in the best way. Souls with his bitch, now he got chest pains.
But yeah, man, motherfucking, that's my voice.
Listen, bitch,
I think these are some ad-libs.
Yo, Kings Park, I'm off the Southern.
On the ad-libs, I use the channel as a vocal chain. Yeah. I just did what I would normally do on a vocal, and I usually take out more highs, more the high end, usually cut out more the low, compress it a lot more, then really EQ out to make it just so it's a different EQ than the main vocal. Then I level it with this shit.
Southern State, riding with my brothers, ain't no thing. I be doing me, you niggas stress.
I think that was just a woo, so that's not really that important. We could get into the hook now. I'll play it without the drums. We could get into the hook now. This is where my computer was crashing out on the last one. We could get into the hook. Yo, Bear, look at the motherfucking CPU not being used.
Rock, do your thing, make your shoulder lean.
So these, I sent them all to one thing, and I put the sibilants on it. This was after I dropped it though, because I was like, these kind of harsh. I could clean it up, and it. Let's see. You can hear the reverb. But you see it cuts off some of the S's. In the midst of all that, though, all of these are generally the same. I think the middle one.
Rock with me. Rock, do your thing, make your shoulder lean.
See, I was doing a demo. I didn't even know the words yet. I said, rock with me.
Rock with me. Rock, do your thing, make your shoulder lean.
No auto-tune.
I got my eyes closed. You got that thing that's so divine, yo.
No auto tune. Let me play it with the instruments.
Bounce with me, rock, do your thing, make your shoulder lean.
Then Bear, when he sent his, he layered it. He really added the harmony and the melody to the shit. Cause as you can see,
Bounce
with me,
rock, do your thing, make your shoulder lean. I got my eyes closed. You got that thing that's so divine, yo.
then with Bear,
Now bounce with me, rock, do your thing, make your shoulder lean.
oh,
I
sorry.
got my
Sorry, Bear.
eyes closed. Rock, do your thing, make your shoulder lean.
That's the part everybody like, why it sound like an EQ missing? Nah. It's a little too much low end going on down there. See, the more you listen to it, the more you find shit.
Bounce with me,
But
rock, do your thing, make your shoulder.
to be real, all of the hook, it's the same chain. It's just left and right. And then on this one, what was this? I did a doubler.
Now bounce with me.
Nigga hit the falsetto. But like I wanted more of that high, so I gave it 2 spots, essentially.
Bounce with me, rock, do your thing, make your.
Like you can't even really hear it. Let me play it without it, see if you actually can hear it, or if I'm just bullshit.
Now bounce with me, rock, do your thing, make your shoulder lean.
See, there's a thing where frequencies, you don't even hear them, but your body feels them. I hear the higher frequency in my brain. Like my ears hear it and my ears feel it. So I left that in there. And yeah, but the same shit I showed for this, it's pretty much just a vocal. It's just the easier vocal chain with less plugins, so it's less processing essentially. And sometimes even when I send them to an aux or a bus rather, I do like some more dynamic processing just to level it out. But this shit, yeah, it's a feeling. But this shit, bro, it was good, man. I didn't have to level it. I could have threw an RVox on this to really tighten it. Like, let me see. Bro, this is the best fucking plugin, deadass. So look.
I got my eyes closed.
Let's see.
Now bounce with me, rock, do your thing, make your shoulder lean.
Like, this would have just tightened it together, but it didn't matter that much.
I got my eyes closed. You got that thing that's so divine, yo.
Like, it just brings it together. I don't know. This plugin is fucking crazy, bro. This might be the best plugin. And then I'll get into this fuck nigga's vocal. This bitch ass nigga, since he wanna be in my live stream and shit. I'll play everything without the snare.
Yo, just tell me if you ready or not. Like Fuji's, I'ma be outside your house around
So we run through it again.
10. I usually do 80 on the 495, but took this other state cause you live right there. I'm familiar, and you just wanna lean on me.
So already you can see this fuck nigga was close to the mic. So this goofy ass nigga, yeah, we had to take out some more low end. But his shit is normal like mine, bro. You need to get the Avalon, fuck nigga. Get Spark and stop
me
playing.
like a pillar, I ain't stressing cause I only see green
But
like Splinter.
our vocal chain is
I told you I'll
relatively
be here in
similar.
10 minutes. By the time we get there, the event's gonna finish, and I can't even front though. You really did it big.
But if you hear this nigga's voice, he got like motherfucking low mid. He got a lot of high mid. He got a lot of high end. So his shit is like a little bit more difficult. Usually just gotta tame more the high ends. But I got his shit down. I don't know.
You ready
Pause.
or not, like Fuji's, I'ma be outside your house around.
And his has a little bit less compression. If you put a lot of compression on his voice, you could really start to hear it.
Around 10, I usually do 80 on the 495, but took the Southern State because you live right there.
But like I said, a consistent 3, a consistent light, you know, versus
Yeah, I'm familiar, and you just wanna lean on me like a pillar. I ain't stressing because I only see green like Splinter. Rats. I told you I'd be here in 10 minutes by the time.
simple.
Outside your house around 10. I usually
The
do
almighty
80 on the
R-Box.
495, but took the Southern
See if I did
State 'cause
anything
you
different.
live right there. I'm familiar, and you just wanna lean on me like a pillar.
Like, back up from the mic, fuck nigga.
You get there, the event's gonna finish.
But we gotta generally, our mids and our low mids and our lows are generally the same. It's just his high mids are a lot more harsh, but it has its own tone to it.
Outside your house around
That makes
10.
his voice
I
unique.
usually do 80 on the 495, but took the Southern State because you live right there. I'm familiar.
No more than 3 dB. Stack them compressors correctly. Some niggas be stacking and just, I don't know. Some niggas could do it with one compressor, but that's based off your recording and the sound you're going for. I'm going for that tight in the pocket, kind of like I said with the last one. Your vocals right in the middle and everything else is around it. Feel
Just
me?
tell me if you ready or not, like Fuji's. I'ma be outside your house around 10. I usually do 80 on the 495.
Like, literally, his voice is right here and everything else is around it. Some shit is going back and forth. Some shit is like right here. And then, you know, you play with the stereo field, my nigga. You play with the stereo field. But specifically, yeah. Yeah, man.
But took the Southern State because you live right there. I'm familiar.
Wait,
And you just yo, just tell me if you ready or not, like Fuji's.
That was this.
I'ma be out. Yo, just tell me if
Yeah, man. It's simple.
you
Boom.
ready or not, like Fuji's. I'ma be
Tone
outside
box.
your house around 10. I usually do 80 on the 495, but took the Southern State because you live right there. I'm
Excited
familiar.
more.
And you just wanna lean
Even though I
on
probably
me.
didn't need to with this fuck nigga's voice.
Me like a pillar, I ain't stressing cause I only see green like Splinter. Raps. I told you I'd be here in 10 minutes by the time we get there. Nails done,
Like, he got a lot of high end, this goofy
hair
ass
done,
nigga.
everything did. 80 on the 495, but took the Southern State cause you live right there.
Bro,
I'm
get
familiar.
sibilance. Word is bond. This shit will finalize your de-essing. All it is a threshold. So, like, I don't know what frequency range this is, but you can push it all the way. If there's no frequency in there, it's not going to do anything. And then you obviously have the range. If you don't want to go cut too much out, put it like here. I usually try not to go more than 9. That's usually excessive. But then we got multiple stages, so that helps.
You just wanna lean on me like a pillar, I ain't stressing cause
Then,
I
of
only
course,
see green like Splinter. Raps. I told you I'd be
Parallel. Now, the parallel is a lot more bright. So,
I be here today cause you live right there, I'm familiar. And you just wanna lean on me like a pillar, I ain't stressing cause I only see green like Splinter. Rats. I told you I'd be here in 10 minutes by the time we
Push
get
up
there.
8K.
The event's gonna finish and I can't even front though, you really did it big.
this
Hair done, everything
this
did.
plugin is the best leveler. I can't lie. It's the fastest. Ooh. Ooh. Uh-oh. It done started up. But yeah, man, that's his vocal. Same shit with the reverb. Sorry.
House around 10. I usually do 80 on the 495, but took the Southern State cause you live right there.
Y'all get the point, man. See, this nigga's voice is fucking up my this nigga's voice is fucking up my motherfucking what do you call this shit? This nigga's voice is fucking up my CPU. But yeah, my nigga. Simple. Let me play the original beat. Very bass heavy. But the levels is really just a leveling thing. Everything else is pretty similar. Like, I just played with the stereo field and the levels. I didn't have to EQ too much. I didn't have to throw no extra flavor on nothing too much besides like this. My nigga, this shit. And then you got this fucking smash single hit.
Roll with my niggas, I bet you get the best vibe. Vibe with me. Rock, do your thing, make your shoulder lean. I got my eyes closed. You got that thing that's so divine, yo. Now bounce with me. Rock, do your thing, make your shoulder lean.
Goofy ass nigga wanna be singing and shit. This goofy ass nigga wanna be singing and shit. Let me see if I could get this to play with the mix bus, with the plugins on the mix bus, and we'll keep it like this. As a matter of fact, I don't want it to be too loud. Matter of fact, let me run through this. Actually, I'm not gonna run through my mix bus chain. That's a secret. Only Bear can know secretly.
1, 2, 3 hoes fucking with me.
But
I told them put their heads down like it's nothing to see. And hands down, bitch, I'm who you niggas frontin' to be. Her mind is open, her body is open. Everybody that's with me is trying to get open. Who you think you fooling with them stressed eyes? Roll with my niggas, I bet you get the best.
I think I had
Vibe with me.
J37.
Rock, do your thing, make your shoulder lean.
Y'all get the fucking point.
Got my eyes closed. You got that thing that's so divine, yo. Now bounce with me. Rock, do your thing, make your shoulder lean. I got my eyes closed. You got that thing that's so divine, yo.
Yo, just tell me if you ready or not.
Yeah, man. What can I say, man? This goofy ass nigga came through, got a smash single hit. Goofy. I think we're done here though. You know what I'm saying? This song is streaming everywhere. Go get it if you want it. It's called Southern State, Praying for Friday. Yeah, I don't know. Any comments, questions, leave them in. Like the video, comment, subscribe, whatever, man. I think we're done here. It's Henry Couch with a motherfucking Quiet Storm checking out on you bitch ass niggas. Till next time, motherfucking holla. That shit weak.
Yeah. Yo. Turn me up, shorty. Welcome to Let 'Em Fly. I'ma let 'em fly. It's H, listen bitch, yo. And yo, we back like a resurrection. Mature but acting like a fool that never had a lesson. Cause yo, we still committing sins and praying for a Friday to let the weekend begin. I get it in, fuck with models and stylists. Tried them R&B singers, but them hoes is a problem. Hella childish, I had a thick one, I need a slim thing. I told her kick dogs, cause we wasn't in sync. Long story short, I had to let 'em fly. Welcome to Let 'Em Fly. You get it? Yo, spread you.